Agent 001 went down to Georgia. He was looking for a car to review. And what he found is the all-new BMW X3. If you're familiar with the chronology of the X3, it was the first mainstream small crossover. And what you've seen BMW do is really kind of tighten up the look of this car from the front. It's kind of got a more masculine, more put together front. The old car was kind of criticized because it was kind of a girly car, I guess is the best way to describe it. And so as you can see from the front, they've really made it more X5-like, a little bit more menacing. You've got the nice LED Corona rings on here. But as we come to the side, it resembles the old X3. I actually think, my personal opinion is, they should have made this side view a little bit more masculine. It's nice, but it still doesn't scream, I'm badass. It kind of looks like I'm friendly, I'm happy. So from the side, I'm not that crazy about it, but I like the back a lot. I think the back is the best view on the car. It's really strong. I like the tail lights, looks really tight, and it's a nice size. One of the things you don't realize when you think of the X3 is this new version is virtually the same size as the last generation X5. So you get a lot of space, and it's grown in size. So I think that's one of the key benefits, and we'll talk about more as we get on the inside of the brand new X3. The most notable thing about the inside of the brand new BMW X3 is they've really brought up the quality of the interior materials. The last generation car, if you were in it, most people would say it really didn't fit the ultimate driving machine moniker. It looked, you know, kind of cheap, kind of basic, very utilitarian, and they've really gone to work on this car. You can see the beautiful wood, the little stitching on the leather, the deviant stitching. It's really a much nicer car, and in the competitive set against things like the Audi Q5, I think this is actually the nicer interior now, so I think you're going to really enjoy that. You can see the technology's been upgraded. You've got a full 8.8-inch screen, so you've got that beautiful high-definition screen. You've got the nice 8-speed transmission, which is going to translate into really good gas mileage. You've got a nice two-tone interior put together, and from an ergonomic standpoint, I'm 6'5". If you watch my reviews in the past, cars like the Audi Q5, as much as I like the exterior look of the car, I feel that the inside, it's ergonomically incorrect. I don't fit in that driver or passenger side seat very well. I can make it, but I just don't feel comfortable, whereas this new X3 really feels good, feels right. My legs are in the right position. My knees aren't, you know, banging up against anything. So I really like what they've done on the interior of the car, and it is a larger car than the last version and what you're used to. One of the really nice additions to the X3 out here projected up on the windshield, you can kind of see the opening there, is the heads-up display that you're used to in the 5 Series, 7 Series, and other cars in the BMW line. And it's really nice because you get not just speed and tachometer, you get your navigation, so you can keep your eyes on the road. It's a very nice thing. Also, what I've tested in this short drive that I've had with the X3 is we're doing a really nice 27 to 30 miles to the gallon on the highway, which is really nice. And I think part of it has to do with the 8-speed transmission. And we're driving a Euro spec car right now, so it has the auto start stop feature, which when you get to a stop sign, it automatically shuts the engine off, and as soon as you hit the throttle, it turns it back on. They say that it may come to the United States soon, but it's not going to be on the first X3 models that are out there. As we take a close look at the navigation screen and the iDrive, you can see as we click on the menu button and we go back to the main screens, it works just like the 7 Series, 5 Series. So it's all been upgraded. So you're seeing a lot of new technology here to kind of really bring up the quality, the interior, and the capability. And what's really nice is this new X3 is $2,100 cheaper than the last version, which with more content, which I think is a really great value statement, and I think it's going to do well in the marketplace. So we take a look at the back of the brand new X3. You've got a lot of nice cargo space, got a cargo cover, nice screen if you have animals or you want to protect something. And you've got a 40-20-40 split in the back seat, which gives you a lot of flexibility. So the new X3 has a lot more space, a lot more usable cargo space than the last version, and I think a lot of people in today's world are carrying a lot of stuff and they're going to find that very handy. So we have a lot of great new features in the all-new BMW X3, and I have back for a repeat appearance my good buddy Joe. How you doing, Joe? We did the 335 IS video together in Portugal.
I'm doing great, and I'm excited to be here again for another launch of a great new product.
So tell us a little bit about just the interior and some of the new technology inside the car, and in just a minute we're going to give you a really cool demo of this new connected drive.
Exactly. The all-new BMW X3 has grown in size, which gives us a lot more options here to improve the interior as well, which is what you see. A much more premium and a much more richer interior. I mean, you look at the wood grain here, this is what we call fine line sienna wood trim, very natural looking wood trim. There's more of it, and you can also see on the leather as well, you see we have contrast stitching. So we've added a lot more premium touches to the interior, but we've also improved the functionality. I mean, you look at the generously sized storage pockets on the doors and in the cup holders as well. Everything's just laid out a little bit more functionally.
And I'm looking at this beautiful video screen upgrade. I mean, the last X3 was kind of a tiny screen that was there for navigation. If I'm not mistaken, this is the same size as the 7 Series screen.
It's not quite as big as the 7 Series. This is an 8.8 inch screen, and I believe the 7 Series is a 10.5 inch screen. The 7 Series is huge.
As you can see, I mean, it's like high definition video, widescreen orientation. And it's kind of weird now, you know, it's like when you watch a television that's not widescreen, it looks odd, right? So a lot of the other competitors, they still have those narrow screens, and not that there's anything wrong with them, it's just you're so used to watching high definition television, you need the widescreen to make it look premium.
I agree. This is definitely best in class, and widescreen format is what everybody's used to nowadays.
So I hear people are using this thing called the internet and email and text messaging. I hear you have a solution for that. Tell us about it.
Exactly, and one of the things that we want to avoid is that drivers get distracted when they're driving. BMW is very much a driver-focused vehicle. You can see the cockpit is completely oriented towards the driver. But now with our new connected drive features, we've got the mobile office in the car. And that's features like email, text messages, all of your contacts, including pictures of people you might have stored in your contacts. It all comes up in the office feature, which is a great feature. And I'm going to show you guys a little bit about how this all works. If you look at it here today, you've got your contacts and your messages. You can have your messages all show up, so you can have all of your emails and your texts together, or you can filter them and just have SMS or email. Let's go ahead and look at SMS and see what we've got. I sent myself a text message here, and you can see that. Select it, and if you're driving, you can actually see that here you can have the text message read back to you. Let's go ahead and hit that.
Let's do it.
Welcome to the all-new BMW X3 launch. The car is great. See you soon.
So I'm not sure if that came out on the camera there, but you can see that it's a great feature. You can keep your eyes on the road and have your text messages, emails all read aloud to you.
So we're looking at the brand new 2011 BMW X3 on autospies.com.
Autospies.com. 545.